Welcome in everybody here to our first stream, the Bayou State Rougarou Easter Prize giveaway, and also our Bayou breakdown as well. Pete Fricano, Joseph Furtado, so glad to have you guys with us. Pete, first time doing this. Good morning to you, buddy, by the way, and it's going to be a fun time here.
Yeah. It's 10 o'clock here in New Orleans. 8 o'clock in California right now, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
8:07
early.
right now, but don't worry though, I'll be seeing you tomorrow down in Monroe, so it's going to be a fun time, right? Hockey season's still going on, and still a lot to talk about here with the Rougarou, even though their season just ended, and the NA3HL season also concluded as well. But it's going to be a good time here and talking about some of the team from this season and what they got going on here in the coming season.
Yeah, this season, you're always going to have your growing pains, and you're going to have new players come in. You're going to see what it's all about: new arena, new franchise, new everything. So I think, hey, new broadcast team, right? So they're giving the NA3HL are giving out their awards this week. Yeah, maybe we win something. I mean, I was able to collect a fine for our owner this year too. We'll curtail that for next season. Dare I even poke the bear at that one? But yeah, I mean, and they made their playoffs in the first season too. So I mean, that's you can't ask for a whole lot more than that. Obviously, winning a championship, but we'll get there.
Yeah, and then two on top of that, right? The team played in 47 games, finishing 14, 32, 0-1, right? On the season. And like you said, made the playoffs their first season in the league, finishing with 29 points. But do you remember when the team first started, though, in the opening couple games, they started playing those first couple home games? They only had about like 9 to 11 players. And then slowly, as the season went on, they started to fill up their roster more and more until next thing you know, they had a couple scratches every game, right? So they started to really fill up the roster. You could really see the play, though, from how they started the season to how they finished it and what they were able to accomplish. And like you said, making the playoffs, too, in their first year.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a big difference. I mean, when we talked about the short bench in the very beginning, we had a lot of players that weren't there. And it makes it tough for the team because now you're stretching out your cardio and you gotta play maybe a little more conservative. And each of these series were 3 game series, so you can't play a real physical game off the jump because you've got to keep something in the tank for the Friday night or the Saturday and the Sunday game because by the time you get to Sunday, it's everybody's tired, and hey, even our voices are tired. Some weeks we did what? We went to 5 and 6 games we've called. So yeah, so even the broadcast crew gets tired.
You, right, being a little older than me, drinking the throat coat all the time. Always tell me how
Yeah.
your voice is gone for these games, right? And like you said, doing, anywhere between 5 to 6 games a weekend, right? And, between 3 days, right? So a lot of fun, though. A lot of hockey we got to experience over some of those weekends.
Yeah, we did, and not to mention sometimes we had maybe some players that were scratched or suspended. We had a few of those throughout the season who got to join us up in the box there in the broadcast booth, and like players like Evan McCreary and Jared Lang, they did some great job on the color,
We
and
got to
and,
get
and
some play-by-play in too as well, a couple times as well, and a couple of the guys too. Hayden Simerson joined
yeah.
us too. I believe Landon Kroll also as well was one of the players who came up there in the booth. So we had a couple of the players from time to time. They just started getting suspended because they wanted to come hang out with us so bad.
Yeah, I think that was the case. They're like, this is a really cool place to watch a game, so maybe we'll do that. But they're a lot more valuable on the ice than they were up in the booth. But I think a couple of them, and I'll point out, yeah, Evan McCreary. I told his dad, I think his son might have a future in it. You may want to look into communications because he was really comfortable and he did a nice job. But overall, what a great experience. Good kids. I mean, the fact that we got to be the voice and the eyes for the parents and families and friends that are out of town and let them know what good kids they had. They're very respectful, and that's something you can't say for all the teams that came through the Civic Center or that we've seen too. And then that's okay. It's part of the hockey product sometimes, but these were good kids, and I appreciated being around them and the ownership as well.
Yeah, no, and two, also just going back to what you were talking about, bringing some of the players up into the booth, right? It's always so funny getting some of them up there, you know, is kind of a challenge, and they finally come up there and they don't want to leave, right? We had some of them up there for the obviously, the Rougarou games and the Moccasins game, talking with them during some of our intermission shows. A whole lot of fun, right? Growing hockey in Louisiana, that's what it's all about, and getting some of those players up there too, and they're just being like, wow, this is a great vantage point that you guys have because we can see the whole arena, right? We're not, if you're a fan, you're sitting maybe in the corner, you're only limited to seeing a certain part of the ice, right? We can see the entire arena from up there, and it's a great view.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great vantage point. You see the entire ice. Obviously, it helps us out to be able to call the games. You know, in the beginning of the season, we weren't so privileged. Unfortunately, we were we were stuck in the stands to broadcast, which actually was kind of fun sometimes because you're with the fans. And quite frankly, I get lazy and maybe I don't want to climb the ladder to get up to the booth because you know we're got to do it all weekend. But yeah, absolutely. You know, but what a great first year experience. I'm glad we were asked to do it. I mean, hey, why not? We were already in the building, right? We're already up there. Might as well do it. And I remember when the team was first announced last, what, like spring, maybe was? And we're like, oh, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. It's you know, we kind of like grumbling, oh, who's going to own the team? And we, you know, we really didn't know and whatever. But then when all the dust settled and we were asked, and I was grateful for the opportunity and to be able to do it with you as well. It's I think you and I just in general, I think we've really grown as a broadcast team. It's like I feel like we're almost a collective package at this point. It's just one of those things. But even though we know we're both individuals, but hey, it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking just forward to seeing what the team can produce and put together for next season.
Yeah, no, it was a whole lot of fun, right? And also too, just looking around the league right now, the playoffs is finishing up. I cannot believe the Drillers they lost.
They did, and those were tough games as well. It was interesting to watch. I didn't know what to expect. I thought the Drillers were going to move on through, but then again, we don't know the other competition in some of the other conferences. Um, part of just let you know too. If you click in that upper comment button there, we could actually interact with the fans because right now, and I'll let everybody know that we are linked up to not only the Rougarou page, but also the Hockey Time Down South page, which is on YouTube, which is also covers Baton Rouge, Biloxi, and Monroe. So it's the entire Gulf South. So we're going to include everybody in on that. But yeah, getting back to the Drillers, yeah, tough team all year. I mean, they were just rolling, and you thought maybe they could have possibly gone, you know, and won another championship, but they were derailed and they weren't able to do it. But great competition though for those playoffs.
Yeah, too, and the Ruger right finishing fourth place in the Southeast Division. The Drillers though at 46-0-1, they had quite the year, 93 points, and like I said, I was just totally surprised when I found out they lost. I think you actually texted me that because you were keeping up big time with the playoffs, and obviously the Rougarou falling to the Drillers in that first round of the playoffs, but still, some good hockey in the NA3HL. And also, too, just want to give a shout out because the award ceremony that was going on, Ethan Tierman, all Southeast Division team. So congratulations to him. He was a leading scorer here for the Rougarou this season. He was a huge helping hand in their inaugural year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we had some guys that really stepped up. Um, and Portnoy too toward the end, he was rolling as well. But I mean, I think defense really started to come on too. You know, goaltending was you know, all things aside, I think our goaltending was pretty good. And obviously, I'm going to be biased with that too. But I mean, sometimes, you know, we talked about the short bench and things like that. Some things are a little out of your control too. And you're getting some new players in here and there in a mix and trying to get that chemistry together. And you can't discount the coaching staff too, with Tristan and Coach Paul McLean. I mean, I think there's a lot to grow on. But yeah, we had some pretty key players, and actually, um, uh, and Judah Temple too. I think he's got the coolest sticks I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah,
I think
no, 100%.
those are the coolest. I see some wrapped sticks. I was like, this is wild. Plus, those sticks were like, I don't know, 7 inches taller than I am, and I'm like, I'm not that short, but still. No, what like once again, yeah, they really started clicking toward the end. And it's a shame because you know you really got to start winning those games early on in the season because you know we were talking even with baseball with Chicago sports, you know, you lose those, you know, 10 12 maybe games in the, you know, for baseball, right? So in April, and come September, you're like, man, if we could have won like 8 9 more games, you know. But hey, all in all, they made the playoffs, so that was exciting in itself.
Yeah, too, and just looking at some of the stat leaders too that wrapped up the season. So you had Ethan Tierman, he finished 45 goals. Dennis Portnoy 34, and then Landon Crawl with 11, and then in points, Portnoy, or rather Tierman finishing with 73, Portnoy with 61, and Crawl with 40. Those are the three right now that were leading the way here for this Rougarou team. Then also too, looking at the goaltending on top of that, Jared Lang finishing with 10 wins, Owen Anderson with 2. I was kind of surprised only find out though Jared Lang only had 1 shutout though on the season.
Yeah, he played very, very well. I mean, like I said, our goaltending. I was very happy with our goaltending. We ran into some pretty hot goaltenders as well. I mean, you look at those driller kids. Those kids were like 6'5". What's in the water where those guys are drinking? I don't know what's going on, but yeah. I mean, I think cohesively, I think they played very well as a team. It's year one. There's a lot of hockey left to go. I mean, it's really really fun. And we talked even about the pace of the game, right? Going from calling the Moccasins game, which is a little more high flying, a little more fast paced, to it's a little slower with the NA3HL games. So it's it's at times it's almost easier, but more difficult sometimes to call because you want to go faster, but you can't.
I'd say that to Jaron Langno and Evan McCurry, they did a fantastic job there. They seem like they got the speed down really quickly.
Yeah, they did. Well, I mean, they're used to being down there with everybody, so yeah, they got it too. But even bailing me out on some of the games where I lost my voice, that helped out as well. I could just walk away and hey, I grabbed the camera the one day. I was like, might as well. I want to see what everybody else does. So, but hey, maybe I'll take
job now at the time.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I could try my hand as producer.
You could.
I could.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Half the battle is
trying different jobs, so you might as well try that too.
Yeah, half the battle partner showing up for your job. So I mean, I could do that. I'm with you 24/7, pretty much when I'm there.
You're always one of the first people up there, so might as well.
I am. Well, then I like to talk to the fans too. So sometimes I'm the last one up there. So, but I mean that's part of it too. We talk. And I'll go ahead and plug our mini sticks.
You take a while though getting back up there. I'm gonna have to lock you out next time.
Oh, well, I mean, I think I think our door's on auto lock. I think we had a Bluetooth that thing, or like maybe like the clapper. You clap and the door opens up. I mean, is that how?
Some of the guys down there getting locked out and they're yelling up at us and they get, "Hey, can you let us in?"
Yeah, next time they'll have a zip tie rope or something like that. We'll just So anyway, zip tie, not zip line. So, but yeah, I mean, all in all, what an amazing experience. And then we fan interaction. I think our goal this year is to get more fans in the building, and I think we're going to do a good job in the off season. Like we're looking for sponsorships. If you're watching right now, we're looking for sponsors, especially with this podcast. We're multiple sponsors. If you want to do a whole thing, I think there's a dollar sign price for that. But I came up with the packet this year, so if you need information, I will send that out to you, no problem. And we're also gonna, I think I should be able to get this episode on Spotify as well. So stay tuned for that. Either way, you already know where it is on the YouTube, and keep checking the Facebook page as well for more information.
Well, if you guys do want to sponsor the team, you guys can reach out to that man right there, Pete Fricano. He's got to help you all the way through with some of the sponsors. And it's good to see, too, Pete, some of the sponsors already that you've already been trying to help line up, and everybody who's interested in joining this team.
Yeah, and support's key. I mean, these guys, they're all kids, right? They're young adults, I guess we're going to call them, because you're looking 16 to 20. They can't be 21 past, I think it's December 31st is how the cutoff goes. So yeah, and they're all kids away from home, and they love that support. Trust me, the more fans that get there, the more excited they're going to be, and I believe we're going to have a lot more interaction this year with the fans. Last year we'll call it the dipping the toes in the water, kind of scenario, right? So it was a little uncharted, especially for you and I, but we adapted, and I think everybody else really picked up the slack too. So now I think we know what we have. And I think we're going to make a really good run at everything. From the broadcast is going to be better, much better. It's going to be smoother. And we're going to have the podcast thrown in there. I'd like to do a weekly if we can. We should be able to, definitely. And hey, maybe even a coach's show. You never know. Or player interviews. We got all kinds of stuff. Well, we got some time in the off season to figure these things out. We're sitting on April, right? But hey, real quick, we've got a first winner. So what we're doing is these names were generated. Okay. So, Joseph and I, obviously we have no idea who the entries were. I believe there was like 138, 140 entries. Thank you everybody that had got into the Easter egg prize contest.
He entered himself, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
I don't know. Well, that goes back with the hockey IQ. That it comes and goes. And maybe it's the age portion of the show. But thank you to Jeremy Alexander, who's been doing a great job behind the scenes as well, and in front of the scenes. He likes to shoot scenes, but been doing a fantastic job. Good with communication too, and that's huge. What's great with this team is there's a lot of communication, and that's key for success, and it's most appreciated too as well. So, first winner, without further ado, 4 tickets to any game for next season for 26-27. Amber Turnage, you win 4 tickets, and we'll post these winners as well on the Facebook page. I believe Nikki, you'll get that up there, or Jeremy, or somebody, or maybe I'll throw them up there too. Doesn't matter. But Amber Turnage, 4 tickets to any game for 26-27 season. So congratulations on winning those.
Got our first winner. Going to be a cool time and get the experience to go down to some more Rougarou hockey games, and it's going to be a really fun season coming up. Pete, what do you expect of this new team this year?
Well, I know Tristan was going to one of the combines, and I know they're starting to look at players, and so strangely enough to myself. So one of my defensemen from high school, we played a long time together, and his son now plays in the NA3HL. He played for the New Hampshire team. Well, I found out he's a defenseman, very good defenseman. Love to get him on board. If possible. And I've already reached out to them to find out what he plans on doing next season as well. But Liam O'Boyle. And it's funny how hockey, as small as it is, comes full circle in different spots. I played with his dad. Now he's playing in this league that we're calling for. And you never know. You could be playing with us. But I think they're going to, you build with goaltending. Start with goaltending, in my opinion, obviously. And defense, and you get your scores along the way. And you look at the way the Moccasins defense has been this year. I mean, they've been able to hold teams get them in a stranglehold per se. If you get teams only scoring 1, 2, 3 goals a game, you've got a pretty good chance of winning every night.
Yeah, too, and especially when you have some good goaltending back there too that shut them down, like Jared Lang, right? So, and also too to some of their goaltenders, they've been solid this season as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of I won't say a revolving door in a little bit, but in the beginning, but I mean, man, I just want to always keep going back to the short bench. That hurts everybody so much. But man, when we started seeing that up there, seeing that sky blue and olive green and white, all a full bench of people are like, "Ooh, this is gonna be." We got a shot. It's giving yourselves a chance, and I think this team's going to give themselves a chance every night next year to just succeed. I mean, you made the playoffs this year. You squeaked in. Next year, you're gonna get maybe. Hey, how deep can you go? Right. Yep. I think that's going to be the goal for next year.
And there were a couple games, too, that were hanging in there for a few of the bigger teams, right? There was a couple periods where it was a one-goal game. They were playing the Drillers, right? So the team's going to get better, and like you said, they're going to be competing every single weekend. And also on top of that, too, just mention that the Combine, that's coming up, too, here in Detroit. That's going to go through April 10th through 12th. So you're going to have 15-plus NAHL teams in attendance, also 20-plus NA3HL teams in attendance. So NAHL teams and NA3HL teams are going to be in attendance over there at the Combine. So that should be pretty fun down in Michigan.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of hockey going on too. I mean, and they play a lot during the season. We've got 40 plus games during the regular season. I lose track because we've got 56. They've got like 48.
It's like 47, right?
So, yeah, 40, something like that. And plus, and you can't discount the Blaine, Minnesota one, which I'm really interested in attending this season coming up. Going to Blaine. It's funny. I'm foreshadowing things, right? Nothing's official for anybody here, but. Foreshadowing. I'd really enjoy to go to Blaine, Michigan, and be able to call the games for these guys and whoever else would like to, utilize our services or whatever. But something for us to talk about in the off season as well. But that's another tournament. They play just before Christmas. It's like December 11th through the 15th or something like that. So yeah, they do play quite a bit of hockey throughout the season.
Yep, going to be another full 47-game season coming up in the NA3HL, which will start soon, right around, September, I believe, when the league kicks off, somewhere around there?
Yeah, right.
The FPHL season is a little weird, right, because you can only have the team practice 2 weeks before the season. I'm not sure how it is with this league, but I would imagine they start around the same time.
Yeah, weird league as well is right. Boy, I tell you, yeah, they but yeah, it's right around the same time. I think all hockey in general is kind of like, college hockey. The NHL starts in October and everybody kind of starts getting going. The AHL starts about the same time, and so yeah, it's when fall is in the air, and we'll get a couple Saints games in before that all starts, and then we get about a month of football in before that gets kicking off. So
Well, that's
um,
easy when you and Brad live down the street, right?
yeah, that works out great. It's nice. Yeah. Hey, and maybe we'll do something with hot dogs this year. I mean, Big Pete's is not going anywhere, so maybe we do some Big Pete's Chicago style hot dogs there, which I think could be a complete unofficial sponsor of the show at this moment. So that's a lot of fun. But I got another winner right now for the Easter prize wheel. So the next winner is a recipient of a $100 Rougarou merch store voucher. So that's $100 worth of merch store. We got some cool merch. I can't wait to see what else is going to come up. Great logo too. My goodness. Um, so that winner is Tammy Alford. Tammy, you have won the $100 Rougarou merch store voucher. So you'll be able to get that.
Congratulations, Tammy.
Yeah, that's fun. I want a $100 Rougarou voucher. I mean, this. Yeah, I mean, how about those Mardi Gras jerseys, huh? How cool are
Yep.
those?
Those are pretty cool. Yep, that we were able to get one of those too as well. You know what's funny that you talk about even just the merchandise store because every time I get ready to walk to the game, Jeremy is always trying to sell me something every time, or his wife. Every single time that I walk by the table, hey, don't you want to buy some cool merch? I'm like, you know what, I might as well, right? So I got the beanie and some of the other stuff, right? So
I mean,
there
you
you
can
go,
pick up the T-shirt
shirt,
at the merch store as well. I
jerseys,
mean,
right?
it's in the '70s here in New Orleans. I think it's still a little too cool for the hoodie, or the beanie. But either way, the T-shirt is always on in my house. That's for sure. But
Yeah, no,
what did you like about the season? As far as just something new.
I think one of the things I really enjoyed this season was how we got to go skate on the ice, some of the players too. And, I know we got to play a couple. You played goalie, went out and came out and played goalie against. We played that scrimmage. Remember, I think we played like 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 or something like that with some of the kids. And so that was a lot of fun. I think getting out and going to do some of that and getting to meet some of the players right off. Well, I mean, not exactly off the ice, but hanging out not at the game, right? We were all just kind of doing something that we all shared and enjoyed, and that was playing hockey, and we got to go and do that, and it was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good too to see the players come to the Moccasin games as well. A lot of them stuck around and watch. I mean, that's what the cool thing with the fans. I mean, why not have a doubleheader of hockey on a Saturday or on a Friday or a Saturday? Fridays are tough at the 1:30 starts, but no excuse for a Saturday because the tailgate starts right after the Saturday game for the Moccasins, and then you've got little Sunday hockey, little Sunday matinee hockey, and then typically I go back to New Orleans. But yeah, I mean it's a fun weekend of hockey. It really is. I mean it's fun, and hey, and then something else too. We had quite a few players get some college uh, scholarships. They're going away. They're going to go play. They're going to go play for some college hockey now.
Always good to see some players moving up. I believe it was Kolka, right? He was one of the players that got called to
We
go play.
Yeah, we had a few. As I'm going to stream because I'm going to cheat right now because it's for some reason it's really early for me and I don't know why.
It's
But I'm gonna.
10:30. That's late now.
Well, it is late. Usually, typically I'm up really really early, but we had
That is
there
true.
was yeah I'm up. Yeah, you know how up early I'm up. It's just what I do. So yeah, Donovan Dunbar. A lot of the players are going to East Texas. Um, East Texas Baptist University. Donovan Dunbar is one of the players. Um, let's see who else is going. Yeah, Lucas Kolka. I'm flipping through. I'm cheating right now. But I know there were several players that I know that were going up. But and that's good to see, and that's what you want. It's almost like we go to the Tulane baseball games, and it's like you watch your college kids play, and you want them to get drafted. Same thing, you watch these kids play, you want them to go to that next level. That's the whole goal. They're not going to be here forever. You want them to excel. You want them to be coached. You want them to get to that next spot, which is wherever they want to go.
Yep.
And the sky's the limit for a lot of these kids. And as long as you got good coaching, good ownership, nice sheet of ice to skate on, you're good to go.
Yeah, and that's going to open up the door too for some new players to come make their way through, right, and make their name here with this team, right? And also, you're going to lose some of the players as well on top of that from aging out, whether transferring to different schools. You're going to lose a couple players this season, and I believe Hayden Simerson's aged out. I think Ethan Tierman's another one too as well. They're going to end up losing, so a few players that play in the last season not going to be coming back for the upcoming season.
Yeah, and and also too, we talked about Tierman earlier, and so yeah, he was named to the All Southeast Division team, which looked like it was loaded with drillers. He looked like he's the only other non-driller on that roster. Good for him. Also, all NA3HL second team, and also Evan McCreary, our little guest commentator, is also he won the he got a NA3HL Community Service Award. So that's outstanding as well. I mean,
congratulations, guys.
Like I said, good kids. And all of them. I mean, everybody. It's we go into the locker room before and after the games, and everybody was very polite, very respectful, respecting. Good kids, just good kids, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
welcomed us with open arms too in the locker room, right? Especially since we walked in right from day one. So and they treated us like we were players in the team. So we appreciate the hospitality, and like I said, some great kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it was so good to see, and look forward to see what they're going to have coming up. I mean, like I said, there's going to be a little changeover. There always is, right? And let's see what comes through the doors for next season. So we got another winner here as well. We've got a winner. This winner gets one season ticket for 26-27 season, and that winner is Tina Leonard, or Leonard, Lenard. So, Tina, congratulations on your season ticket for next season. That's a pretty cool thing. Now you got you get through the door. Now you don't have an excuse to go to the games.
Always a good way, enjoying some of the Easter prize giveaways here in our raffle. We've given away 3 things so far now. And Pete, how many more winners we got here on the show?
2 more. We got 2 more.
2 more. Okay,
you want to rapid fire it, or what?
Oh no, I'm just asking the question here. We you know how you and me go. We just kind of go off the top of our head and we start going. And
boy, do we! sometimes more than we need to.
Yep, that is true. That is very true. But though next season is going to be really, really exciting. Though obviously, Pete, we keep talking about this team. In the Southeast Division, we're able to make the playoffs as the last and final spot. They finish in this season 14 wins, and we're able to slide their way into the playoffs. Got knocked out in the first round, but they're going to be, up there, for the Southeast Division next season. I think they're going to put together a really good team coming up here this year.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting. Once again, you've got good ownership too. Very easy to work with. It's and I'm sure the more ideas we come up with too, because now we'll be a little more. Oh man, I keep plugging this premonition here. But we'll have some new announcements very soon. I'm sure. I know I spoke with Brad about it. So again, another week or two, we should have some new announcements and things like that. And once again, the sponsorships are going to be big this year. There's a lot to do, a lot to get involved with. We're always looking for food for the players, and you never know. I may sign a salad dressing bottle or two and give those away during the games. You never know what we're going to get.
Oh no. No. Yeah, no more Italian salad dressing. We don't want to see that anymore.
Well, if you ain't signing Italian dressing at the Civic Center on a Saturday night, where you at?
But this team, though, they scored 138 goals on the season and gave up 341 on the year. So maybe an area too they're going to kind of want to tighten up though next season a little bit on the back end.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, defense and goaltending. I mean, they were able to put the puck in the net. Not always, but they were shut out a few times as well. But tightening up on a defense really is a great focus. I mean, you want to have a good defense. You look at all these. You look at a lot of the NHL teams that have won cups. Defense gets you through the playoffs, and a hot goaltender always. Well, you can ride a hot goaltender. Scoring will come. Good puck possession, good puck movement. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of chemistry, and having a full roster all season long is going to really help that out. So I'm excited to see what this team's gonna do. Also, too, if the fans turn on any TV, they can subscribe to the Rougarou to that package, and you can watch the games home and away, and stay in touch with all the kids. I know. I wish we could work on some kind of a free streaming service that may be in the mix. You never know. It's something for conversation or some alternative, whatever. But I think we're going to have enough content too, to where we can really get some stuff out there, and everybody can really follow their kids and friends and stuff moving forward. And they also can get excited about coming, and they can also come down to beautiful Monroe, Louisiana for a weekend series at any point.
And speaking to subscribe to, if the people watching on our YouTube page, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us, and also like this stream as well. Help us boost the algorithm and trying to grow this channel too. Starting out just the other day when we finally created the whole channel, and just trying to get it growing here before the start of the new year.
Yeah, and then we're gonna in this off season we're gonna have a lot of time to maybe we'll get a hold of some of the players and do some things. Landon Crowell's actually in the chat right now, and he's he said we need a Landon Crowell feature on the podcast, and we can do that. We'll have players on and pop them in and out and talk about things that are coming up. And I'm not quite sure when the schedule will be out. I guess we'll find out about that soon enough for next season, and things like that moving forward. And then
we already had him on the broadcast. Might as well add him to the podcast next. And what it's like to to be one of the players in the NA3HL, right? And also live with one of our our on staff and former camera guys.
Yeah, that's it too. We're going to be looking for billet parents. So a billet parent is like the parent away from home, right? So get information from that, also from the Facebook page, and information. Give them a call, and if you're interested, please throw your hat in the ring or shoot an email, whatever it takes. We're going to be looking for those parents. I mean, hey, I'd keep some kids too, but I'm 289 miles away. It's kind of tough to do that one from New Orleans, but it is what it is. Also, we're also streaming live right now on the Hockey Time Down South channel, which is going to cover the FPHL, NA3HL, as well as the New Orleans Hockey Group, which I'll have another podcast on tonight. I don't know if we're going live. We might do a recording and edit it and do it at a later date. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just get it over and done with this evening. We'll see. So either way, we'll have that also at 8:00 p.m. if I choose to stream that one live. Joe, if you want to be on there with me too, why not? What the hey? You guys have got some questions too, and you're roller hockey guys, so we're gonna be talking a lot of roller hockey.
Yep. Greatest time to be doing it, right? Summer coming up, but also those tuning in right now, this is our Easter egg prize drawing and Bayou breakdown. Pete Fricano, Joseph Furtado. We've already given away a couple things so far here on this stream. 3 winners right now. Pete, maybe you want to give us our 4th one?
Yeah, absolutely. So this one's going to be, now I'm going to butcher this name just because it's going to be fun. But the winner of this one receives an away alternate jersey, which those are super slick. And this winner goes to Jenny Bynog, or Bynog, Bynog. So Jenny, you win the alternate away jersey. So once again, all these winners are going to be posted, so you can see them, and maybe we got a name incorrectly or whatever. So, but you can tune in, check it out. But we'll put on the fan page and the actual Rougarou main page as well.
Well, we've given away 4 things so far. We have 1 more winner left. And Pete, what's the last thing though that's here to give away?
It's a home alternate. I didn't realize we had so many jerseys. Okay. We got a lot.
Some of the coolest jerseys though, actually.
Yeah, I've got some work to do. I need to get some of these jerseys. Like I need,
Yeah, they got the black, right? The black white. They had the Mardi Gras. They got so many different jerseys. You lose count.
If you give me one quick second here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. And I need a second on this one. We're going to have some specialty jerseys this coming season, and I can release kind of what we're already looking at for that. If you give me one quick second, I will inform our listeners right now of what it actually is. So we are going to. I'm pretty sure we're doing the Mardi Gras again. 1 second. I know I've got this information here somewhere. That's me for me being organized this morning. Found it. Boy, do we have a busy hockey weekend this weekend. You get your travel day tomorrow. We both got travel days tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be, we're going to be nonstop moving.
And then hockey again this weekend, and then going to the next weekend.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Playoffs start, and everything we expected our playoffs to be is exactly coming to fruition because we've been saying for what since December that this weekend was going to be really the decider on playoff positioning.
Yep.
And
Yep.
boy, were we right or were we right?
Yeah, no, and it's going to be an interesting weekend this week of hockey. So we'll see how that plays out and unfolds in the FPHL.
All right. So as far as specialty jerseys, what we're looking to do this year, we're looking to do veterans again. Hockey fights cancer, ugly Christmas sweaters, Mardi Gras, and Star Wars. And we're not opposed to any other ideas, I guess, moving forward.
Star
But
Wars, that's
yeah. Star Wars jerseys they will have.
We're not. Your Yoda impression is too good, but then again, you do some of that voice acting from time to time. So
yeah. So fun fact. So I always talk about. I'm gonna do a shameless plug for my favorite coffee shop in New Orleans, Petite Cluet on Cluet Avenue. Oh, Jeremy says the camo jerseys, and Hayden Simerson's a massive fan. We appreciate you, buddy. So I was so a friend of mine works in the film industry, and he's like, so seriously, I'm trying to come up with a character for you. He's like, because every time I see you, I'm like, you're a character of sorts. So I got to come up with something. And then I was doing some voices. He's like, do you want to do some voiceovers? I'm like, well, you're not the first person to ask, but sure. So yeah, maybe we'll do something. Maybe I'll include some of that funness in there too. But you never know. You never know what you and I are both going to get into.
no, we never do know what we're ever going to get into, but
we need to do a day in the life. We need to we've talked about it, and I don't would we have to put a rating on it? I don't really know.
I don't know. I mean, the fans get some of those, though, kind of how we do things, right, with the mini stick episodes. But
the mini stick episode is fantastic.
Yep,
if I could shamelessly plug that as well. And actually, you can follow us too on both of our media pages as well on Instagram if you want some more content, because there's going to be so much crossover, and it's all about exposure, right? The more we can get, the Rougarou out there, between our LinkedIn, our media pages, our own personal stuff, we push it as much as possible because it's something we strongly stand by, and we not only appreciate but we approve.
Yep. Well, 4 winners. We just gave away 1 away jersey. Now it's time to give away our final prize, Pete, in the home jersey.
Yes, indeed. Home alternate jersey, and that winner is Holly Bradshaw. So once again, Holly Bradshaw, you win the home alternate jersey. So all 5 of our winners win. And once again, I believe those 5, right?
Yeah, 5 winners. Maybe you want to say the names again for the people just joining in who might be tuning in?
Sure. I'll go with that. So the 4, quick recap, 4 tickets to any game in 26-27, Amber Turnage, $100 Rougarou merchandise store voucher, Tammy Alford, 1 season ticket, 26-27 season, that's upcoming season, Tina Leonard, an away alternate jersey, Ginny Bynarg, and the home alternate jersey, Holly Bradshaw. So congratulations to everybody, and hopefully you all had a great Easter. And if you're coming to the Moccasin games this weekend, we will surely see you. And if you see us before we see you, come say hello for sure. And I don't know, maybe you'll catch us a blow pop or 2 or 3, or
maybe
get hit with one.
We'll see.
Maybe they can throw pizza to the animals as well.
Some of the things too. If you guys want to go check out that video, you can go check it out on our social media page, mine and Pete, right now. But though that is going to do it here for our Easter egg prize drawing and Bayou breakdown here. Pete Fricano, Joseph Furtado. I want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here on your Wednesday morning. I lost the count what kind of day it is because I know Pete,
it is Wednesday.
Long travel days going tomorrow, so losing the track of time right now. But stay tuned though. Some NA3HL yearly awards are coming out and being released, so you guys can go check in on that. It's over on their Facebook page and see some of the winners. We also have a couple of Rougarou players who also won some awards already. But that's going to do it here for our first stream. Thank you guys so much, and some of our winners We'll be posting those later on the Facebook page. But for Pete Furcano, Joe Sfurtado saying so long for now. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, guys.